A main question or a main decision that you have to make when you want to start selling on Amazon and when you want to start your journey, which Amazon marketplace should you start with? Should you sell in the UAE? Should you sell in Amazon.com in the US? Should you sell in Amazon.co.uk in the UK? Should you sell in Amazon.de in Germany? So many options. And there are a plethora of marketplaces for you to choose from, but really, which one should you choose? In this video, we're gonna go through all of the marketplaces, what are the different options for you, as well as what is the startup cost, what type of investment should you have at hand if you want to launch your business on Amazon in 2022. Are you ready? Let's get to work. Amazon currently has 18 plus marketplaces worldwide. And mostly, no matter who you are able to sell on any marketplace. Definitely, there are some nationalities or countries of residence, because that's how Amazon decides, depending on where you reside, that are not in the approved seller list. So you might not be able to register. As an example, if you live in Kuwait or if you live in Qatar, you cannot register as a seller on Amazon.ae, for example, or Amazon.sa, Amazon KSA. So there is a certain limitation, but mostly you should be able to sell on any of Amazon's marketplaces. So how do you decide? Normally, it's suggested by everyone who's done this Amazon business before. It is normally suggested that you start in the marketplace that is closest to you. Either if you have an Amazon marketplace where you actually live, like the UAE, or if you live in the Middle East, it makes more sense for you to start in the area that you know, both geographically as well as culturally. So you might have an upper hand than somebody that's coming from a completely different culture to kind of figure out what are the products that can be successful in a marketplace like the UAE. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you can't sell on Amazon.com. You don't need to live in the US. You don't need to have visited the US before. Amazon have a really interesting website, which is called Amazon Global Selling. I will leave it linked in the video description down below, so you can check it out yourself. They lay out all of Amazon's marketplaces and all of the options, pros. They're not going to talk about cons, of course, all the pros of selling on each and every marketplace. So let's look at Amazon Middle East. And as you can see, there are a lot of benefits to selling in the Middle East. Mainly, the main two statistics are e-commerce penetration, which is 67.8%, as well as internet penetration, which is 98%. And that's why e-commerce in general is so popular in the Middle East, because everybody uses the internet. So it's a very, very common thing. And it's actually growing at an incredible rate. So look at the website, look at the different options, and choose the one that is best suited for you. Of course, it makes a difference which marketplace you sell in. It makes a difference what type of investment you need to start off with. Speaking about investments, how much does it actually cost to sell on Amazon? To be quite honest, starting your business on Amazon and starting your journey on Amazon is a much lower investment, even if you were to sell on your own website. Definitely much lower than creating a brick and mortar store. That's why sometimes it seems to be like it's not a real business, because it just looks like it's too easy. Of course, there are costs associated with selling on Amazon, and the more established you are, and the bigger your brand is, the more investment you have to make. But I'm going to break it down into a starting off investment, intermediate investment, and large investment. I'm going to be talking about the things that are really, really required for you to have, as well as the additional things that you can have. I'm going to list all the prices in USD, because it depends which marketplace you want to sell in. So I'll just put them in USD. And I'm going to also convert them to AED. But depending on where you're selling, which marketplace you decide to sell in, you can easily convert, so you can know exactly how much the costs associated with that. Before I get started, if this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal, and I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society, as well as Sellers Society. And we help entrepreneurs, brands, and businesses launch, scale, and succeed on Amazon, primarily in the Middle East. If you like information and knowledge and everything related to Amazon and e-commerce primarily in the Middle East, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, and don't forget to thumbs up this video. So let's get started with your what budget you need to have in order to start this business. Number one, well, you need product, and you need a product to sell on Amazon. Normally, for a standard product, you have to allocate about $3 to $5 per product. We're talking here, we're buying the product from China. Shipping internationally, depending on the style or the type of shipping that you're gonna go for, either air shipping, sea shipping, DDP shipping, different type of shipping, you would have to allocate sometimes even the same amount for your shipping. Shipping is somewhat expensive. Of course, it depends on the quantity that you are ordering. As an example, we're using, for all of those numbers, we're using an example of just 100 units. So the more quantity you order, the better your shipping rates are gonna be per product. Of course, you're going to be paying more in shipping, but per product, if you break it down per product, it's going to be actually less. But as an example, it's going to be somewhat the same price as the product, maybe a little bit less. Also, you need to think about samples. Samples are essential. I don't think you should launch any product on Amazon without purchasing samples and multiple samples. So for 2 to 3 samples, including courier shipping over to wherever you live, it's going to set you back by about $150. You also need to have a barcode for each product that you want to launch on Amazon. The barcode is a one-time fee, and you're going to use that barcode for the lifetime of that product. Yes, as an example here, we're ordering just 100 units, but the next time I do a reorder, even if I order 500 or 100 or 200, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to have to purchase another barcode because it's going to be the same barcode for all of my units. So I'm going to have to purchase one barcode. We're just putting it at $10. I'm going to have to purchase one barcode, and I have to use that one barcode for all my products. So for in this example, if I'm ordering 100 units, one barcode for 100 units. And then later on, when I reorder, like I said, I will use the same exact barcode. The last main investment that you have to make is actually the membership fee to be a seller on Amazon. And for Amazon Middle East, the monthly subscription fee is actually $0. It is currently for free. If you are selling on other marketplaces like Amazon.com in the US, for example, it'll be about $40 a month. So that is also something that you need to be aware of. Those are the main costs of that's where the main budget is going to go to. And as you can see, it's mainly related to the product itself and nothing additional. So in comparison to opening, for example, a store, you have so many, or even your own website, there's so many things that you need to pay for before you actually pay for the products themselves. Now, of course, I don't think that's enough. There are additional fees that you need to pay or an additional investment that you need to make. Let's talk about them. You might use all of them. You might use one of them. It doesn't matter, but let me give you an idea of what they are. So you need tools. A lot of sellers use tools such as in the UAE, eGrow, Seller App, Helium 10, in other marketplaces, Jungle Scout. So you might want to use tools in order to help you verify the product that you want to sell. Depending on the tool, mostly all of these tools have a monthly subscription of $40 to $50 a month. So, but it's not something that you're going to utilize for a very long time. You might just subscribe for a few months and then later on not use the tool if you don't need to get any more products. But this is something that you need to be aware of. Something else, also tools. You need tools to help you manage your business. There are a lot of tools out there. There's Seller Board, Feedback Quiz. You can also use Sellers Society, our tool. If you want to learn a little bit more, sellerssociety.io. So also tools that can help you manage, those are tools that can help you manage your store. Know exactly how much money you're making, reviews, just properly manage your store. This is very important for anybody that's starting out. I think it's an essential investment, and they're not really that expensive. They're also on a subscription basis, and it could be anywhere from $10 all the way up to $30, $40 a month. But it's vital for you to be able to use these tools to help you better manage your business and get better results. Definitely another essential investment that you have to make, but I've just added it as an additional thing. Images. Images are very important when you sell on Amazon because you have nothing other than your images. That's how you explain to the customer what your product is. So images, they can set you back either if you're doing product photography or if you're doing graphic design. It's very, very different. They can set you back anywhere between $70 to $300 depending on what you are doing. But this is also an investment that is very necessary to have, because that's the only way you can actually sell the product. If you have really good images, you're going to have a really good conversion rate and your results on Amazon are going to be great. Also, something very much related to images, logo and packaging. So you might not need this in the beginning if you're not designing your own logo, if you're not printing a logo on your product. I highly recommend that you do, of course, just to be a little bit different than anybody else that's selling on Amazon, and to start your brand and to start your private label on Amazon. So creating a logo, designing a logo with a graphic designer. You might even design custom packaging if you're doing custom packaging. It's also going to set you back between $80 and $150, depending on what you are doing and the level of expertise of the actual designer that you are working with. And lastly, something also a little bit related to shipping, inspection. So if you are ordering a large quantity of units, you definitely want a third-party company to inspect your products. It can also be, depending on the quantity of inspection and the type of inspection, how thorough it is, it can be anywhere between $100 and $300. This is, for me, I think this is a vital investment, especially if you are ordering a large quantity. You don't want there to be any issues with your products. So that's about it. Those are the types of fees that you need to think about and where you're going to be investing your money. But mostly, if you are launching a new product and this is going to be your very first product on Amazon, I would highly suggest that you start with the micro launch, which is just launching 100 units. No matter which marketplace you are selling in, you don't want to be overstocked from a product that is not going to sell as quickly as you want. So I would suggest that you start with the minimum order of 100 units. That would be good. If you're feeling a little bit more if this is not your first time, or if you are feeling 100% sure based on all of the testing that you've done, all of the product research that you've done, you can also go up to intermediate, whereby you can order 250. That's for the first order, of course, 250 units. If you're feeling extra 100% happy and you're feeling extra confident, then you can go up to 500. Definitely, this is for the first order that you're making with the supplier. Later on, it depends on your sales velocity, how much you want to order. The more quantity you order, the better prices you're going to be able to get. You might not be able to negotiate price per unit with your supplier at this quantity, but you'll definitely get a better rate for shipping. That's why you're going to have better margins, almost 10 to potentially 30% better margins than if you were to order a smaller quantity from the supplier. And that's it. Now you know how many units you should order, how you can allocate your budget, and now you potentially know how many marketplaces there are to Amazon and which one you can register with and which one you should start your business at or even expand to. If you want more information, make sure that you check out our website, www.assmiddleeast.org. I will see you in another video with more information. Bye.